Yeah, we won't be going with those skinny mermaids. Hi, I'm Mark, and Subliteral Network is my channel. I make art and comics, and you're welcome to come in. You can read my comic, Una the Cave Bunny, free at radiocomics.com, and I post daily on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. All these links are in my bio and the description below. Now, remember to hit like and subscribe and leave your feedback in the comments. And please watch till the end so you don't miss anything. Every month I do a wallpaper and a phone paper for my Patreon subscribers, and this is a snip of the latest one that I just did. I painted it up in Procreate, and I like to take these cartoons, kind of cartoony drawings, and try to render them with a kind of a realistic kind of feeling. I want to get sort of textures and a lot more work in it than you would normally assume that you might put into something that you would call a cartoon. And this one came out pretty nice. Like I said, it's just a snip of it. If you were one of my Patreon subscribers, you can download this entire thing. This is a piece of the awesome background behind that Amazon painting that I just showed you. And it goes back to when I was drawing Una the Cave Bunny. I got really good at drawing these jungle backgrounds. So I always somehow find something new, and I really love doing it whenever I get a chance to do one. Except this one has like the giant liths. Maybe it's like a lost city or a forgotten civilization. Last month was something called Mermaid, which is just sort of a prompt for illustrators and artists to post their mermaid pictures, mostly on Instagram, I think. So I saw a lot of them, and I'm not really a big mermaid guy, but I realized that this was a mermaid that I had drawn a while ago, and I said, if I'm going to do mermaids, this is the way to do them. Just as these bizarre, like she's about the size of a whale. She's hugely muscular, and she just terrorizes the local shipping and the islands in the area. It's sort of her thing, and all of her sister mermaids are greatly feared by sailors and the people who live in the area too. And I realized, yeah, if I'm going to do a mermaid, this is the way I'm going to do a mermaid. I don't really care for kind of a wispy, very feminine, very slight, and just sort of passive mermaids. It's kind of a girly thing, I guess. But I felt stuck because I thought I have to do mermaids the way everyone else does them. And that was, it's just one of those things. You realize, wait a minute, why do I have to do mermaids the way everyone else does? So next mermaid is probably going to be quite a bit different now that I have this in mind about an approach that's going to be fun for me. Sharpie sketch of Night Vale for one of my eBay winners. So whenever I sell a piece on eBay, I usually take an extra second and just throw a little Sharpie sketch in there. And I've already talked before about how hard it is to draw Night Vale for me, for the most part, because she has a lot going on. She has the cape, she has to look like mysterious all the time. She has the hair, the hood is over her head, but you gotta have the hair sticking out so she doesn't look like, I don't know, a druid or something. And so this sketch came out kind of nice, and it's one of the things that, like I said, I always do with my eBay winners is just toss one of these in there. In the old Captain Marvel comics in the 70s that I used to buy, like right off the newsstand, a character named Rick Jones was Captain Marvel's sidekick at the time, and he had a girlfriend. Her name was Luann. And the thing about the Marvel characters' sidekicks back in the 70s is that they were a lot better looking than the sidekicks over in DC Comics, who usually, they weren't really girlfriends. They were more like mature lady friends. And the girlfriends over at Marvel Comics, they had mini skirts and peace signs and those big, round glasses. They were really modish. So at this point, Luann was wearing like a sweater, armless sweater top and a mini skirt, and she had no shoes on. She was like a real kind of barefoot hippie girl.